Luna dashes inside her house. The long day at school has drained her. She walks upstairs to her bedroom and sets her backpack down on the bed. Then Luna takes out a few folders and a pencil, sits down at her desk and starts working. Music plays through her earbuds as she works. The hours blend together until she finally finishes. The front door opens and Luna flies downstairs to greet her parents. They're all hungry, so they order some food and eat dinner together. "How was school?" her father asked. "It was good. I'm doing really well in every class," Luna proudly says. "You're such a smart girl. You definitely get it from me," her mother jokes. The family laughs a bit. "How was work in the movie?" Luna asks. "Job well done as always, and the movie was fantastic," her father says. "We should take you to watch a movie sometime with us," her mother chimes in. "I'd love to see a movie with you guys," Luna blurts out. The family starts discussing when they should go to the movies together. 10 minutes later, they finish eating and Luna says goodnight to her parents. She goes upstairs and lays on the bed, peacefully waiting for the next day. Luna opens her eyes, gets up and starts getting dressed. She chooses to wear a blue shirt that matches her eyes, black sweatpants and a fuzzy brown jacket. She goes into the bathroom to brush her long, curly purple hair. Luna then grabs her backpack and goes downstairs, putting her flower-decorated shoes on and walking outside. Luna's walking through the park, and the lights dimly light her path. "Stay out of the dark," someone or something whispers. Luna looks around and, to her surprise, nobody's around. She pauses for a second, waiting for something to happen, but nothing else is heard, so she continues her walk. "It's fine. It's not the first time this has happened. Just a little more noticeable than before," she mumbles to herself. She stays in the light, as told, and doesn't hear anything else. She steps next to the trees, passing them so she can get out of the park. "You shouldn't be alone, Luna," the whispers continue. She stops again. It sounds like it's inside, but outside of her head at the same time. "Maybe it's just my thoughts," she says, trying to convince herself it's normal. Luna starts walking as if nothing happened, hoping that she was just tired. "Hey Luna," Joseph, whom she'd known since primary school, greeted her. Behind him were Phil, the class nerd, Brooke, a rather sporty yet intelligent girl, Sydney, the class clown, and Alice, an outgoing girl who made everyone around her happy just by being there. "Hey Luna, we're planning on going to the park after school. Do you want to come with us?" Alice asks, grabbing Luna's hand. She blushes and looks at the ground to hide it. "Of course, I'd love to," Luna says to the ground. Alice smiles and hugs her. "Amazing! Can't wait. See you guys later," Brooke chimes in. They all part ways and go to class. The bell rings as Luna sits in her seat. The teacher starts speaking, but she can only focus on her hand. Luna's thinking about Alice and how her hand perfectly fits hers. She gets lost in thought, thinking of Alice. She has sky blue hair that touches her shoulders, and her eyes are green like emeralds. Today she wore a black shirt and white sweatpants. Her jacket is soft like Luna's. "Luna?" the teacher calls. She snaps out of her daydream. "Can you answer this question?" the teacher asks. Luna goes to the board and solves the math equation, returning to her seat afterwards. The teacher is slightly surprised but continues teaching. 20 minutes later, the bell rings. Every lesson played out something like this, all the way until the end of the school day. When her 6th hour ends, Luna goes to find Alice. They always see each other before going home, but today they're going to the park together. Alice smiles when she sees Luna. They hold hands and walk to the park. "How was school, darling?" Alice asks as they're walking. "It was good, but boring," Luna answers. "Was it because I wasn't with you?" Alice teases. Luna blushes and tightens her grip on Alice's hand. Alice smiles and they continue talking as they continue to the park. Once they arrive at the park, Alice takes a sheet from her backpack and lays it on the ground. They both sit down as Alice takes her phone out. She's calling Joseph to see where the others are. "Well, how lucky you are," says a familiar but unknown voice in a whisper. Luna looks around. She notices that nobody's around her. "Alice, where are you?" Luna shouts. "She's next to you." "Or she was," the voice continues. Another one chimes in. "Look behind you." Luna turns her head to the trees, and two shadow figures stand behind them. "Who are you?" Luna cries. "You'll find out soon enough," the shadow on the left says. "Just keep yourself together," the shadow on the right finishes. Luna starts to shake as the shadows walk closer, and she starts to cry from fear. "Luna, are you okay?" Alice questions as she shakes her. Luna looks up at Alice. A tear falls onto Luna's face, and she lays down, pulling Alice on top of her. "Thanks to you, I am," Luna quietly says. She holds Alice for a minute. Then Luna closes her eyes and kisses Alice. Warmth covers them both. They never want it to end, but their lips reluctantly leave each other as they hear their friends come closer. Alice moves off of Luna and sits beside her. "Looks like you two made it early, as always," Phil teases. "Well, we're just faster," Alice shoots back. They both laugh and everyone sits beside Alice and Luna. While everyone's talking about what to do at the park, Luna looks back at the trees. She can still see the two shadowy figures next to the trees. They sit in the shade, as if they're trying to stay away from the warmth of the sun. "Let's sit and talk for now. We can go adventuring in an hour," Sydney says. Everyone agrees with her and they sit there, talking about whatever comes to mind. Alice puts her hand on Luna's to keep her grounded. An hour later, Joseph stands up. "Let's go and look around the forest now," he says. Everyone slowly gets up and, once they're up, starts walking to the forest. The group walks for a few minutes until they reach the edge of the forest. "You guys go ahead. Me and Luna will catch up in a second," Alice informs them. "Okay, but make sure you two don't lose us," Phil says. The group slowly walks into the forest. "What's wrong, babe?" Alice asks. "I'm scared to go in there," Luna answers, looking at the trees. She can see the two shadow figures, along with a new one. "Don't be afraid. Come on in, we won't hurt you," the voices say. Before they could say anything else, Alice stood in front of Luna and grabbed her hand. "You'll be safe with me. I won't let anything or anyone hurt you," Alice whispers, reassuring her. Luna hugs Alice. Her head fits in the crevice of Alice's neck. After a minute, Luna lets go. "I love you so much, Alice," she lets out joyfully. Alice smiles. "I love you too, Luna. I'm always here for you," she happily replies. Luna looks into the forest. The shadowy figures still stand next to the trees, waiting for Luna to do something. Alice grabs Luna's hand, bringing her back to earth. "Just hold my hand," Alice says softly. Luna tightens her grip on Alice's hand, and they both walk into the forest. The dark beings dash away, watching from afar as if they're stalking the two lovers. Luna feels the shadows staring at her. They poke at her, grabbing her attention, trying to lead her away from Alice. Whenever Luna gets scared, she squeezes Alice's hand. They walk through the forest until they find their friends. Luna looks back towards the figures and notices that they've disappeared, so she lets go of Alice's hand. Alice smiles and greets the others. Luna follows her. After a few hours of running around and talking, the group returns to the park. Luna texts her parents, asking if Alice can stay the night. About 5 minutes later, they text back, agreeing to it. Once everyone leaves, Luna guides Alice to her house, holding hands along the way. The dark figures follow them, hiding behind the trees. They never try to get close, but they watch and whisper things that are barely audible. Luna opens the front door, letting Alice in first. She takes one last look at the figures before they disappear into the darkness. She walks inside and closes the door behind her, going to the dining room with Alice after. Luna sees her father. He's wearing a suit and has a little suitcase next to him. "Hey Luna, looks like you brought your little girlfriend home with you," her father teases. Luna blushes and Alice laughs a little. "Shut up. Maybe I'm just jealous of you and Mom," Luna says. Her dad smiles. "Well, then she can come over whenever you're feeling jealous," he teases. Luna's mother comes downstairs in a hurry. She's wearing a red dress made out of silk. "Luna, me and your father will be gone tonight and be back by tomorrow morning. Don't open the door for anyone but the delivery man," she says in a rush. She looks up and sees Alice. "Hey Alice," she says it joyfully. "How have you been? How's your family?" she asks. "I've been good and my family's doing amazing," Alice answers enthusiastically. Luna walks over to her father. "Hey Dad, the pills aren't working," she whispers. "Okay, sweetheart. We can talk to your psychiatrist tomorrow after school ends," he whispers back. Alice and Luna's mother finish talking, and Luna's dad stands up. "Be safe, you two. I don't want anyone else coming in here," he commands. Luna and Alice nod. The parents leave and lock the door behind themselves. "Wonder where they're going," Luna says. "Beats me. All I care about is being alone with you," Alice says. She turns Luna around and grabs her by the hips, putting her in for a kiss afterwards. Luna is shocked, but she happily goes along with it. After a minute, they stop. "Well, you should have warned me, darling," Luna flirts. "It wouldn't have been as nice," Alice flirts back. "We should eat dinner, and then we can continue in your bedroom," Alice suggests. Luna immediately accepts the offer. They go to order their food and pick out some burgers and fries. "Hey Luna," Alice asks. They move to the couch to watch some TV. "Yes," Luna answers. "What scared you earlier?" Alice asks. Luna stared at the ground for a second, hesitant to answer. "You have to promise that you won't call me weird or tell anyone, okay?" She says this after mustering up the courage to speak. Luna's heart starts beating faster. "Of course, Luna. No matter what it is, it's between us and I'll love you the same," Alice reassures Luna. Luna looks into Alice's eyes and grabs her hand. "There's these things I see that nobody else can. These shadow figures come from the trees, or wherever there's a tree nearby, I think. I've also seen them on the rooftops or trying to blend in with people," Luna says. Fear builds in her throat. Alice stares at Luna for a few seconds, then she holds her. "Tell me whenever that happens. It must be awful and scary. I don't know how I can help, but I wish you didn't have to deal with it," she whispers into Luna's ear. Alice can feel Luna's heart rate slow down. "Don't ever be scared to tell me anything. I'll always be here for you," Alice says. Her voice is soft, like a blanket being wrapped around Luna. "I love you. I'm so happy to be yours," Luna says joyfully. "I love you too, my little star," Alice softly says. They hold on to each other tightly until the doorbell rings a few minutes later. "I'll get that. You just go to the table, love," Luna says. Alice walks to the table as Luna opens the door and grabs the food. Luna goes to the table and sits down next to Alice. They start eating together and talk about their past. "Whew, I'm stuffed," Alice says as she throws her trash away. "Me too," Luna says. She throws her trash away and then they walk to Luna's bedroom. They both get into Luna's bed and turn on the TV, watching whatever was already on. Luna looks at Alice, thinking back to when she saved her. Alice eventually looks at Luna and locks eyes with her. "Hey, beautiful," Alice flirts. Luna turns red and looks away. "I'm just lost in your eyes," Luna says. Alice smiles. "Well, why don't you let me get lost in yours?" she teases. Luna looks back and grabs Alice's chin. They lock eyes again. Alice starts moving her head towards Luna, and Luna copies her. They start with a kiss, and it turns into making out. They make out for about half an hour before they go to bed in each other's arms. Luna woke up to her alarm, and after a minute she woke up Alice. "Good morning, dear," Luna whispers to Alice. Alice smiles and sits up next to Luna. They talk for a moment about things they'd like to do together, and then start getting ready for school. Once they finish getting dressed, they leave Luna's house and walk to school together. "Just hold my hand whenever you start seeing things again," Alice reminds Luna. Luna nods and they walk through the park. The wind is slow. It flows through the trees, forcing leaves to fall to the ground. Luna and Alice are halfway through the park, and the three figures appear behind the trees. They walk alongside Luna from a distance, and after a minute, a fourth one forms and they speak to her. "Come with us into the forest," the first shadow says. "Burn the trees," the third one entices. "Set us free," the second one added. The fourth shadow started humming. Luna grabs Alice's hand as the shadows repeat themselves. The two girls pick up their pace a little, and the shadow gets louder and louder. They swiftly get out of the park, and the voices stop. Luna lets go and hugs Alice. Then they walk to school. The day is just like yesterday, except Luna is also thinking about the shadows. They're slowly appearing more and more, their temptations growing stronger and stronger. School ends and Luna meets Alice outside again. "Hey Luna, I texted your parents. They said I could hang with you more," Alice says with a smile. Luna jumps up and down in excitement and hugs Alice. "Well, it looks like we finally found the two lovers," Brooke teases. She's the first one out the door, and the rest of their friends come behind her. "You're just jealous," Alice playfully says to Brooke. "Maybe I am. How about you two fix that?" she flirts. Luna and Alice both look at each other. They've been noticing Brooke giving them more attention. "Maybe you should come home with us one day," Luna teases. The three laugh, and then the group starts talking about hanging out on the weekend. Luna hears something different this time. She can tell it's from a shadow, but when she looks around her, there aren't any trees. "Hello, Luna. The medications will never work, so why take them? Why don't you come with me?" says the shadow temptingly. Luna finally spots the shadow sitting at the school sign with a little plant growing behind it. "Just leave me alone," Luna says. "I'm afraid I can't do that until you set us free. Otherwise, you'll be haunted by us forever, until I slowly make you crazy." The shadow speaks deeply. Before Luna can respond, the shadow waves. "Goodbye," it whispers. Luna's confused, but quickly after, she can hear her name being called. "Luna! Luna!" Alice says, shaking Luna's hand. Luna looks at the group, and a sense of worry can be seen on everyone's face. "Are you okay?" Joseph asks. Luna takes another look around. She notices Brooke asking Alice something, but she can't make it out. "I'm alright, I just thought I saw something," Luna says. Alice holds onto Luna's hand. "Well, anyway, we were thinking about going camping on Saturday. Are you free?" Joseph asks. "Yes, we are, and we'd love to," Luna answers. "Great, can't wait to tell spooky ghost stories," Sydney jokes. "I'll text you later, Brooke," Alice says. Brooke nods, and the couple finds a bench to sit on near the school as they wait for Luna's parents. Alice notices Luna looking at her, Luna's eyes asking for an answer. "Don't worry, babe. It's just about what you have. If you're comfortable sharing, of course," Alice calmly reassures Luna. "I don't mind Brooke knowing, as long as you let me take care of you," Luna says. Her smile grows with Alice's. "Of course, Luna," Alice replies. They kiss again, the heat bringing Luna safety and removing her anxiety. They sit on the bench and wait. About 5 minutes later, Luna's parents arrive. The couple gets into the back of the car and talks about what Luna's experiencing. Luna along the ride can't help but feel as though she's being watched. She thinks everything dark is out to get her now. But Alice calms Luna. She's starting to pick up the signs of when she's worried. The car stops, and all sound from the engine dies as everyone exits the car. Alright, we'll all be sitting outside waiting for you, and remember to be honest, Luna's mother reminds her. They walk into the building and get Luna to her appointment. Then they wait in the lounge. Luna walks into her psychiatrist's room and sits down in front of him. Hello, Luna. I hear that you requested a stronger dosage, Mr. Hatchet says. Yes, I have, Luna answers. Before that, tell me how things have been, he says. Luna looks at the little plant on the desk, and a bit of fear comes to life inside her. Is something wrong with the plant? Mr. Hatchet asks, as he gets up to check it. No, I'm seeing new things. Whenever I'm near plants or a tree, I see these things, Luna says, starting to open up. Mr. Hatchet sits back down, moving the plant behind his desk. What kind of new things? He asks patiently. Luna starts going into detail about who they are. The two talk about the new shadow figures that Luna's been seeing. Mr. Hatchet knows about her past of her seeing things. About an hour later, Mr. Hatchet stands up and walks with Luna to the front office. Alright, the stronger dosage should be coming in by Friday, he says. Luna nods and thanks him, walking back to the car afterwards so Alice and her parents can finally go back home. How was it? Luna's mother asks. They're now in the living room. It was good. I'll start taking the new meds when they come tomorrow and see if they help, Luna answers. Good. Tell me if it changes anything, Luna's mother says. Also, your father and I are going to get some food for you guys, she informs Luna. She nods and her parents go outside to the car. Well, you tell me too. Whenever it happens, just grab my hand. I'll be here for you, Alice reminds Luna. They cuddle on the couch until Luna's parents get home. About 10 minutes later, Luna's parents come back with pizza. Everyone sits down at the table. Luna and Alice both sit together across from Luna's parents. They all take a slice and start eating. About halfway through dinner, Luna sees a shadow figure behind her parents, just standing against the wall behind them. She stares at it for a minute. Luna grabs Alice's hand under the table and continues eating. Once dinner is done, Luna watches the shadow figure walk up to her. Well, aren't you going to do as we asked? The figure asks. I don't remember what you asked, Luna replied. The shadow figure forms a smile, teeth appearing out of the darkness. Well, if you don't, we'll make you, the figure says. Luna stares at the figure. Make me what? She asks sternly. The figure doesn't reply. Luna blinks, and the second her eyes open up again, the figure is gone. She looks up at her mother and tells her what happened. I see. You should get to bed soon then, Luna's mother says. Alice, Luna and her parents finish eating. They all go upstairs, Alice with Luna into her room and Luna's parents into theirs. Alice and Luna talk about what she's seeing before they go to bed. The morning comes and the medication has arrived. Luna's mom gives her the bottle and Luna takes one pill. I'll let you know what happens, Luna informs her mother. Luna's mother hugs her. Stay safe, okay? She whispers. Alright, let's get going to school, Alice says, holding her hand out for Luna. Luna grabs Alice's hand and they walk to school. Luna feels paranoid, but just a bit, not as much as she normally does. She plays it off as her being anxious. Luna and Alice arrive at the school. Their friends are waiting for them inside. Luna lets go of Alice's hand and they kiss. Her paranoia fades away. They start walking into the school, going to the library first. They walk along the halls and Luna sees a bit of shadows. They're just in the corner of her eye. She doesn't react at all as this is normal for her by now. Luna and Alice walk into the library. Their friends are waiting for them. The group starts talking and Luna notices the dark figure again. Except this time, there's even more of them. They stand next to bookshelves, they sit in chairs. There's about 9 of them. Luna panics a bit. She tells herself that they're not real. She repeats it in her mind until her heart rate slows down, back to normal. She can hear the figures whisper, trying to tempt her. They want her to be close with them, to be one of them. That is, if she doesn't do as they say. Alice looks as if she's worried, just a bit, but as if she can tell that Luna's going through something. She grabs Luna's hand. The heat of Alice's gentle and soft hand soothes Luna. The group continues talking until the warning bell rings. Alice hugs Luna, making most of the shadows go away. Luna smiles and thanks Alice. They both walk to their first hour. Luna can feel the shadow following her, but she doesn't mind it. She's slightly getting used to it. Luna's lack of sleep due to her stress makes her fall asleep during 6th hour. She wakes up in an empty field. Trees run along every direction she looks towards. They're about 100 feet away. The sunny sky turns dark. The moonlight allows her to see. She stands there, and then she starts walking forwards. But with every step, she hears voices and movement. They grow louder and louder as she continues forward. She starts running. There's a sound of someone running behind her, but she doesn't want to look back. She can't. Luna runs until she makes it to the trees. Once behind them, the sound of running stops. She backs up a little and stands still, catching her breath. She looks out into the field. Nothing abnormal can be seen. Luna takes a step forward but is stopped. Darkness starts to cover her. She looks down and sees hands from the shadows grab her ankles. She can feel even more of them grab her, pulling her deeper into the forest. She tries to scream and tries to run, but she's unable. Her screams carry no sound. She starts seeing pitch black as her eyes begin to be covered. Slowly but surely, she sees nothing else, and she's fully consumed by shadows. Luna jumps up in a cold sweat. Her heart rate shoots up. She's clutching her chest as she's breathing quickly. The teacher runs to check on Luna. "Are you okay?" the teacher asks. "Yes," Luna says quietly. The teacher sends Luna to the nurse so she can be checked. Luna walks through the hallways to the nurse. She gets a snack and sits down for a few minutes. The nurse calls Luna's mom and informs her of what happened. "Do you want to go home or finish the day?" the lady behind the desk asks. "I'll finish the day," Luna answers. She goes to her 6th hour with her backpack. She feels as if she's being watched along the way. Luna returns to her 6th hour and sits in her seat and waits for the hour to end. The bell rings for the final time. Luna walks outside the school and waits for her friends. Alice is the first one there as always. Luna starts telling Alice about her dream. Alice is shocked. A sense of worry mixed with fear starts developing in her. She's worried about how Luna will do on the trip, but she just hugs her. The rest of their friends finally arrive. "Alright, so we all will meet up tomorrow around 3, right?" Joseph asks. "Correct," Sydney answers. Luna and Alice start walking back to Luna's house as the others go home. Throughout the park, Luna notices the shadows standing next to the trees, but she ignores them this time. She's getting used to them when they're just there. Luna and Alice go inside and work in Luna's room. Both have a small amount of homework to finish. They work for an hour before eating dinner with Luna's parents. "How did things go at school? Did the medicine help at all?" Luna's father asks. "It was a little worse. I don't think any medicine will help," Luna admits. "That's terrible to hear. We'll figure out something soon," Luna's mother says. Luna watches 2 figures walk around the house. She decides not to tell her parents so as to not to worry them. Dinner ends and everyone goes to their rooms again, but this time Luna watches the shadow follow them. Alice and Luna lay in her bed, turning on the TV for background noise. "Dear, did you see something again?" Alice asks. She noticed something was slightly off with Luna during dinner. "How do you know?" Luna questions. Alice wraps her arms around Luna and puts them both on her covers. "Because I notice everything in you," Alice answers. They kiss once again. The warmth forces the figure away. Luna looks around and smiles. She focuses on Alice while they watch TV. The couple falls asleep together about an hour later. The warmth they bring each other keeps them safe. The morning sun rises. Luna wakes up first and checks the time. It's 12 o'clock. Luna wakes up Alice and they both start packing. When they finish, they walk downstairs to eat breakfast. Luna and Alice get out of the car and wave as Luna's parents drive off. The two girls were dropped off at the camping site. Their friends arrived there before them, so they went towards the group. Hey Luna, hey Alice, Brooke says. Hey Brooke, Luna and Alice both say. Alright, we'll be walking through the forest to find the best camping spot, so make sure you have everything, Phil reminds the group. The group heads into the forest. Joseph leads the way. Luna holds onto Alice's hand along the way, keeping herself calm. She hasn't seen any figures yet, but she's heard a few whispers here and there. It takes about 15 minutes, but the group finds the perfect spot. It's a little spot covered by shade, trees surround them, while in front of them is a field. A small one, but it has a river in the middle of it. Is this the spot then? Phil says. The group drops their bags and sit down. We'll start making tents in half an hour, Joseph says. Good, I'll make sure to get us some sticks then, Brooke adds. Brooke walks off with Sydney to get us some sticks. They come back 5 minutes later, carrying a stack of small sticks to fuel their fire. They sit down and the group starts talking about their plans for the day. Luna listens in for most of it, but near the end she sees the shadows again. One stands behind her, whispering into her ear. Tries to tempt her again, but she's able to ignore it.
Go away,
Luna mumbles. If you do as I say, we will. But if you don't, we'll keep coming after you. And then your friends, the figure says. The figure walks over to Phil and takes his glasses off. Phil's glasses fell, but to Luna it looks like the shadow took them off. Luna stays silent. She watches Phil put his glasses back on. Luna, are you okay? Alice quietly says. She sits closer to Luna. How beautiful, the figure says. It tries to put its hands on Alice, but Luna throws a fist at the figure. She misses, obviously, and the group looks at her. Don't worry about her, she's going through something, Alice explains. She holds Luna, keeping her warm in her arms to keep Luna safe. Their friends look at each other in confusion. What's she going through? Joseph asks. The rest of the group looks at Alice, waiting for an answer. She's just been having restless nights recently, Brooke says. Everyone gets up. They start building their tents and take 20 minutes to fully set everything up. The group starts doing some of the activities they mentioned earlier. They went to the nearby lodges and looked around them. They played tag, hide and seek. They went on zip lines and fished a bit. They did the majority of what the camping area had to offer them. Luna only experienced some whispering during the fun events, but she always saw a figure or two wherever she went. The group returned to their tents. The sun was starting to set. They built their fire as the sky started to grow dark. It was a simple fire, but a safe one. They made sure it wouldn't spread. Luna's uneasiness grew as darkness covered them. She would hear more whispering, tempting her and even demanding her to set them free. Luna told Alice about what she was dealing with. Do you want to stay here, Luna? Alice asked. Yes, I do. I can handle it, I promise, Luna answered, her voice low. If you say so, my love. But don't push yourself. It could be really dangerous, Alice says. She wears a worried expression on her face. Can I tell Brooke about it? Alice asked. You can, Luna quickly answers. Alice and Luna hug. Their lips connect. The warmth made the figures go away, but the whispers still remain, except quieter than before. The group starts preparing dinner. Just some canned food over the fire and s'mores. They all laugh about their adventures during the day while they wait. When dinner is finished, they all start eating. Brooke, Alice and Luna share a tent. The others eat together in their own tent as well. Alice informs Brooke about what Luna's going through during dinner. Damn, poor girl, Brooke says quietly. She looks at Alice before leaning towards Luna, taking a look at her eyes. She stares for a few seconds before returning to her previous posture. Luna Luna tries to focus, but she can't. The whispers are getting louder. More shadows appear randomly, which raises Luna's paranoia. Luna, if you need any help, I'm here, Brooke says. I know, and thank you, Luna responds. Just remember, I'm really fast and strong, Brooke adds. I'll be next to her, so if anything happens, we can work it out, Ella says. The three girls finish their dinner and put the plates away. They go out to have s'mores with the others. Brooke talks, and they share some ghost stories. Luna obviously scares the others more than they can scare her. Luna's happy. She feels safe next to Alice, and the ghost stories soothe her. The group starts getting tired. They all head to their tents. Alice and Luna share one. Sydney and Brooke share the next. Joseph and Phil share the last one. Luna and Alice quickly fall asleep in each other's arms. The others take a few minutes, but they also fall asleep. Steps can be heard. Bushes moved. Luna hears whispering and wakes up. The whispering grows louder until it's just talking. Soon the talking turns into yelling, and Luna's heart starts to race. She steps outside the tent and is surrounded by the shadow figures. She covers her ears, but the sound only grows louder and louder until she can't hear her own thoughts. Stop! She yells. The yelling stops, and she watches a figure approach her. Follow us. Burn the trees and you'll be free, the shadow tempts Luna. And what if I don't? Luna questions. The figure smiles. Then this will happen, he answers. He snaps and the yelling begins again. The figure grows long, sharp nails. They rush into the tents and dismember Luna's friends. Fine, just stop, Luna bursts out. Tears fall off her face and she drops to the ground. There. Just come with us and you'll be free, Luna. The figure tempts again. Luna gives in and follows the figure, bringing a lighter with her. They walk for 5 minutes through the forest until they're at the spot Luna saw in her dream. She's right in front of a large open field. Burn this tree and you can go back to living a normal life, the figure says. It points to the largest tree in the forest. Luna pauses for a moment. She looks at the hand which holds the lighter. Will this hurt anyone? She asks. Does it matter? It'll hurt you if you don't do it, the shadow answers. It's growing impatient. Memories rush through Luna's mind, thoughts of her friends and if they'll be okay. Luna clicks the lighter once, it doesn't start. She clicks it again and it fills once more. The shadow was impatient and quickly grabbed Luna's hand, scratching her wrist in the process. Luna's wrist had a 4-inch cut that ran inside her forearm. She screams, blood flows from the cut. The shadow takes the lighter and starts a fire by throwing it onto the leaves and branches near the tree. The fire starts slowly, but quickly bursts alive as the dry leaves fuel it. Luna jumps back. She's clutching her wrist to stop the bleeding. It's been my pleasure, Luna. Thank you for saving us, the figure says. Voices can be heard celebrating as all the shadows start fading away. Luna starts to cry out of joy, but the fire quickly spreads. Luna falls to the ground and the flames engulf everything around her. She closes her eyes and starts thinking about Alice. If only I hadn't been so selfish. If only I wasn't the one who was cursed. If I wasn't the one who saw things others couldn't. Luna says defeated. She can feel the warmth of the fire slowly grow hotter and hotter. Goodbye, Alice. I love you, Luna muttered. Luna accepts her fate, but she feels herself lift off the ground. Her eyes still shut, she thinks she's dead and is going into the afterlife. Luna! Luna, tell me you're awake, damn it! Brooke yells, her voice muffled. Luna opens her eyes and notices that she's in Brooke's arms. Brooke is running back to the camp where Alice and Sydney are at. God, what happened? Alice asked. She looks at the blood on Luna. She quickly wraps her jacket around Luna's arm to stop the bleeding. It's going to be alright, just keep breathing, Alice says. I'll carry her, you two go ahead, Brooke commands. Alice and Sydney start running with Brooke to the entrance of the campsite. What happened to Phil and Joseph? Luna mumbles. Brooke can barely hear her. They ran out to get help as soon as we saw the smoke. The fire was spreading rapidly, Brooke informs Luna. They safely make it to the entrance of the campsite and see multiple fire trucks. They also notice other people at the front. There's a few ambulances just in case. The firefighters rush past a group of girls and race to put out the fire. Brooke, Alice and Sydney race to the ambulance. Luna's still on Brooke's back. The EMT grabs Luna from Brooke and starts dealing with her wound. They close the doors behind them as they set Luna down in the ambulance. Then they quickly drove off to the hospital. It's grown quickly, but they can handle it with the amount of trucks there are, Brooke informs the others. Yeah, that was hot as hell, Sydney jokes. Alice is visibly worried. She starts blaming herself for what happened. Brooks looks over at Alice. Hey, it wasn't you at all. Whatever happened is to blame. Something happened with Luna. It's not you, Brooke reassures Alice. You're right. I hope she's okay, Alice says. The girls find Joseph and Phil. They all stand together. A police officer comes to them and asks them a few questions about what happened. I saw smoke and ran to it after noticing one of our friends was gone, Brooke says. The officer lets them go and the group slowly gets picked up by their parents. Luna's parents pick up Alice and bring her to the hospital. At the hospital, Alice races inside and asks where Luna is. They tell her the room and she runs to it, Luna's parents not far behind. She quickly enters the room and spots Luna. Her arm is wrapped up a bit from where the cut was and she has some minor burns. Luna! Alice yells. She drops down to Luna's side and kisses her. I was worried about you, never do that again, she demands. Luna's parents come in and check on Luna. She's going to be just fine. She'll need some ointment on the slight burns, but other than that, she's good to go by Monday, the doctor says as he enters the room. If you want, you can stay overnight, he continued. We've already talked to your parents. You're allowed to stay if you want, Luna's mother says. I'll stay here, Alice says. Luna opens up her eyes and looks at Alice. I told you I'd never leave your side, Luna whispers. Alice hugs Luna. I was scared. I shouldn't have let you run off, Alice says. Tears start running down her face. It's not your fault, baby, Luna quietly says as she grabs Alice's hands. Luna feels bad for making Alice worry, but she knows it's the last time Alice will need to worry. Luna feels warm when she's near Alice, so she holds onto her for more. I love you, and I'll always be with you, Luna whispers. Luna and Alice both start to feel better. What will make you feel better? Luna asks. Maybe another kiss, Alice says. Her smile grows. This is to make up for all of tonight. And don't worry, we'll both be safe together, Luna assures Alice. She kisses her, letting it linger on for as long as she could.